It's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day of the week for all. And today in this video, I'm going to share with you guys another embarrassing cell phone story. So this is the sequel to my original embarrassing school cell phone story, which I'll leave a link to in the description box down below if you have not seen that video. I made it like a couple weeks ago. It's not really too old, but I made it like I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. I can't really remember off the top of my head, so if you haven't seen it, I will leave a link to it down below. So this is another embarrassing school cell phone story where my cell phone went off in two of my classes in high school, twice in one day. Usually I'm really good about, so just so you guys know, I am a really good student. I'm never on my cell phone during class. I never play with my phone during class. I didn't even have like an iPhone anyway, so I couldn't even play with my cell phone during class. And I usually am good about shutting my cell phone off during class. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about how my cell phone went off 2 times in one day in school. And this was when I was in high school. So I'm going to get started. So this all started when I was in second period. I was sitting in class doing my work. I can't remember what I was doing for classwork. I was on the computer, or was I doing my workbook? I don't remember, but I know I was doing schoolwork. And then all of a sudden I hear ringing, and it is coming from my backpack. And it turns out it's coming from my pencil case, and it is my cell phone. And I had a old-fashioned dial cell phone that I used because that's all I had at the time, because back then I didn't have like a iPhone or anything where I could go on the internet. I had one of those old-fashioned dial cell phones, and I think it was one of those cheap cell phones I had. And then I heard like ringing, and it is my cell phone, and everybody's like looking at me, and I'm so embarrassed that I quickly turn off my cell phone, and I apologize to my teacher, and she's like, "That's okay," and everybody's like staring at me like, "Ooh, your cell phone just went off." I was so embarrassed. So most of the day, my cell phone is completely fine. Like, it's not going off at all. Well, I just keep it on so I remember to turn it on when I call my mom and stuff. So that's why I would keep it on during the day, and usually I just turn it off when I'm in class, but I just forgot to turn it off that time. And then I go to my 7th period later that day. My cell phone was quiet most of the day. I don't even remember who was calling me that day. I go to my art class, and I go to my art class, and this is the same day my teacher had returned from her funeral and was very, very upset with us, because my art teacher had returned from her family funeral, and she was very upset with us because of our behavior with the substitute teacher, and we all had to sit and do nothing for the whole class period. Then, as we're sitting, we have to be quiet the whole time, and then all of a sudden, like partway through class, my cell phone goes off again, and so I literally and I thought I had turned it off, but I guess I just hung up on the phone. And so I turn my phone, I cancel my phone. I close out the ringing, and then I turn my whole phone off, and then I apologize to my teacher. She's a little bit irritated, but she's still like very nice about it. I'm like, "I'm really sorry." She's like, "That is okay." Okay, so, and then everybody again stares at me, and like, "Ooh, you just got told that you're to turn your cell phone off." Now, if I technically didn't get told to turn my cell phone off, I just turned it off right away, and I was so embarrassed because I usually am a good student. Like I said, I never talk on my cell phone during class, and I never have my phone out during class, and I was just so embarrassed that my cell phone went off 2 times in one day. And again, like I said, I'm normally good about turning my cell phone off, but I don't know why I just forgot to turn it off before I walked into class. So the moral of the story is, if you have a cell phone and you're walking into your class, always make sure your phone is turned off before you go into class. I definitely made that mistake, and I forgot to check to see if my phone was turned off before class. And like I said, I'm always good about having my cell phone turned off in class, but this time I just forgot because I was still getting used to carrying a cell phone around, and I know it takes people a while, so sometimes it takes people a couple months to get used to having phones turned off. But this was my first, kind of like my second year of carrying a cell phone around, and I wasn't used to having a cell phone at the time. So that was my another embarrassing school cell phone story. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day of the week, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.